Hello everyone, LSJ reviews here for Jojo Rabbit. And that movie is written and directed by Taika Waititi, who's been pretty popular over the last couple of years. And here he is doing a movie that of his own that isn't connected to some big brand or anything like that. And it's about the titular character, Jojo Rabbit, who is a child living in Nazi-occupied Germany. He's a little Nazi kid. He believes in Nazism, the Aryan race, and things like that. He also has Adolf Hitler as an imaginary friend. So the movie plays with his thoughts and feelings towards the Nazis and also his absurd attitudes towards the Jewish people. You know, like they're evil, or they got horns, and all these kinds of silly propagandist things that young kids might have even believed at the time. So all his attitudes towards Nazism and the Jews are confronted when he realizes that his mother is harboring a Jewish person in his house, or their house, and complications ensue from that. Now, I'm making the movie sound pretty serious. It's got serious emotional elements to it, but it's kept mostly light and fun and entertaining in some ways, but it's not afraid to deliver a few gut punches that really hit you hard and really make your jaw drop, going, holy shit, that's dark, or wow, that's really powerful, or, I really loved that moment. I'm going to say I loved Sam Rockwell in this. He's funny. His character's quite amusing. I liked Rebel Wilson in this too. Anyone who knows me knows that I can't stand Scarlett Johansson as an actress. I just don't like her work. That's just me. I think she's pretty fine in this. I'm not sure I'm coming around to being a fan. But she's good in this as well. Now, I'd say one of the only downsides to the movie, right, there aren't many downsides to this flick. I fucking love a lot of it. There's a couple downsides, right? So the first one is maybe about 20 minutes into the movie, the pace just slows right down. And it stays at that pace. And that's fine once you get used to it. You just let things happen in its own way, in its own time, it's fine. But it's quite jarring because the first 20 minutes or so are quite fast paced, quite fun and hilarious. Then it slows right down. So just be ready for that. And I'd say the only other downside for me in this film is Jojo Rabbit's imaginary friend. Don't think there's a real need for it. Taika Waititi plays Hitler, Jojo's imaginary friend. And he's very un-Hitlerish, of course he is, because he is someone's imaginary friend. And it's this kid's imagination on what Adolf Hitler would be like. Thing is, though, I think it takes away from a lot of the heart and soul of the flick. And I reckon you could cut those Hitler moments out and still have relatively the same movie. So, yeah, I can see what he was going for with these Hitler moments, making him absurd, and then as Jojo kind of confronts his opinions on what Jewish people are like, and World War II itself, and all that kind of stuff. But it doesn't work. I think a lot of the comedy for those Hitler moments falls flat. That's not to say the movie's unfunny. There's so much gold in this movie. Oh, every time you see Jojo's little chubby best friend, Yorkie, I just wanted to hug him so bad. He is adorable. He is hilarious. And I wanted more of him. Actually, I wanted 10 times more of him. He was absolutely delightful. And he brings a lot of the comedy. So does Sam Rockwell's character as well. Now, as funny as the movie can be, there are some definite emotional beats to this story that will just fucking punch you, as I said, right in the gut. And I think all the positives in this flick outweigh those two little negatives that I mentioned. Get rid of the Hitler bits. Didn't really need them. Wouldn't change much of the story. And just a little bit jarring at some points in terms of the pacing of the film. It's not too long. It's like an hour and 40 minutes, something like that. So, hey, maybe you could have lost a good 10 minutes. Maybe get an out tight hour and a half. I fucking love my hour and a half movies. I do. You know, everything can be tighter in a nice 90-minute format, but that's all right. There's lots to love about this film, and lots to enjoy. There's a lot of genuine feeling put into it, and the performances are great. So, I'm going to give Jojo Rabbit a 7 out of 10. Go see it. It's pretty good. Go see it with someone. I watched this with my sister, and we were delighted. We were delighted with what we saw. It was funny, it was emotional, as I've said, and it just stirs so many different kind of feelings inside you. I think it's definitely worth a look. So, go see it. Now, I've got a couple movies planned. I say that at the end of every episode, but I do. In fact, this was definitely on my list, which is right there, and I'm looking at it, all crossed off now. Got a couple more flicks to cross off the list as well, and we'll see how we go. So, give me a like, a dislike, share it, share these around. I like people to actually watch these. Why not? And follow me on Twitter. My Twitter's down below. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.